let's go day 3. Believe it, we've made it to Vlogmas day 3 already. And we have a lotion. It is a body lotion in a nice Christmassy little bottle. Again, like the body butter yesterday, there is no ingredients label on here, which is a bit disappointing, which means the only one that you've got is the one on the packet, which isn't really that compliant with UK regs, so that's not great. It just says hydrating, no indication of smell. Again, smells the same as the other ones, just nothing. Really disappointing, actually. When you get something like this, you want the scent. You want it to look cool, you want it to smell cool, you want that excitement. There's no excitement with this. There's zero excitement. I am not excited. So let's just try a little bit. I can try this one. And still just smells like generic cream, and I mean, it feels all right. There's nothing epic about it. Underwhelming. So let's make it better. Okay, here we go. Day 3. We are going to make a little bit more of a complicated formula today. It's a body lotion. It's based loosely on the janiero cream that I did. So I'm first adding the solid gum AX to some glycerin and mixing that around to form a slurry. If you don't have solid gum, you can use xanthan gum. And then I have some distilled water, and to that I'm adding sodium phytate, which is a chelating agent. This helps with preservative efficacy and discoloration. And then I'm adding Sepenov EMT10. This is a gelling anionic thickener, and it emulsifies, stabilizes and creates a nice creamy texture. And you need to stick blend that into the water for 5 to 10 minutes until it's clear or it's dissolved. It won't necessarily look clear depending on how many bubbles you kick up, which is what I did here. Then you need to pour that mix into the glycerin, mix it around, and then you can add your aloe vera juice. And yes, I know that was fast, I'm sorry. And then we need to go to our oil phase, and I have Emulsan 2MB, which is an emulsifier, Combimulse, which is an emulsifier. Then we have diisosteryl malate, which is an emollient that moisturizes, softens and smooths the skin. I use this in my peel off lip stain. You might remember it from that. And then we have C12 to 14 alkyl benzoate, which is an emollient ester which prevents greasiness and gives a luxury feel to the lotion. After that, we have caprylic capric triglycerides, which are a lightweight emollient, which is a lightweight emollient. Then I have some coconut oil. This is nice and moisturising. Yes, it looks only a little bit, but we're only doing a small batch. And then after that's added, we also are going to add some camellia oil. This is lightweight and conditioning. Adding that in. And then we want some shea butter. You can use a different butter if you want. I'm using shea. I'm going to pop that in. That's nice and skin conditioning. And I'm still showing it to you. I seem to have caught up now. And then after that, we've got some cetyl alcohol, which is a thickener, stabiliser, and adds to the lovely skin feel. So that is your oil phase. We now need to weigh the water phase, including the beaker, and note down the weight, and put both of these phases in a water bath until phase B has melted and they're both around the same temperature. Then you'll want to take them out, weigh the water phase, replace any water lost to evaporation, and then we can continue. So here we go, we've replaced the water. We're going to pour the water phase into the oil phase. Make sure you get everything out of the beaker. And then you'll need to just stick blend it until it's created an emulsion. And again, just try not to move the stick blender around too much. Once you've done that, you can stir it a bit by hand, just make sure it is properly emulsified, and then take the temperature. Wait until it's under 40, and then we can add our cool down phase, for which I have Salagard PCG, which is a broad spectrum preservative, some coconut lime fragrance oil, some D-panthenol, which soothes and deeply moisturizes, and then some vitamin E, which is an antioxidant. I have these bottles and I'm using a little piping bag again, and these are a bit easier to fill than the other ones, although Chrissy from Soapy did say to me that if you squeeze all the air out of the other bottles then it creates suction and it's much easier to fill, so top tip there from her. Thank you, Soapy. And these are all filled now, and we just need to label them really with my nice labels. The labels themselves are clear waterproof labels from Avery, and then I've used a colour laser printer, and they are designed in Canva, and I just did these quickly so that Vlogmas products looked a bit nicer. So now we're going to have a look at it with the calendar product. There's nothing wrong with the calendar product items, it's just that if they're labelled in this way, they look kind of fun, so you'd expect them to smell kind of fun. If it was a luxury product, I don't think I'd mind if they didn't smell, because I'd expect the product to be luxury feeling. Anyway, trying it on, it feels really nice. It's a very silky lotion. I hope you like the formula for this. It will be available on Patreon via the link below. So go there and grab that if you want to try it. I'm trying to use similar ingredients across all of these so you don't have to buy loads of different things. Until tomorrow, I will see you then for another door opening and another formula.